This evening on House and Home, tuck into some Besta tuna cuts on Cooking with Besta. Dr. Ambi joins us for more on mental health. If you're looking for power tools that offer high levels of quality, durability, operability and performance, Bill Neal has the exact range of equipment for you. We feature a vibrancy of colors and sizes of orchids displayed at the Orchid Show held over the weekend. And join me at a perfect weekend getaway picnic location just half an hour's drive out of Port Moresby. Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me once again for another adventurous episode of House and Home. Well, we're bringing the show to you from a location that has been and still is the perfect ideal getaway for those who prefer a more restful ambience retreat. The place I'm referring to is a long-time favorite hangout, and that is Bluff Inn. Bluff Inn is a half an hour drive out of Port Moresby, located out a 17 mile. To get there, you take the road leading out to Erima, take the Sogeri Road, where you pass by the Adventure Park out at 14 mile, and 3 more miles further up, you'll reach Bluff Inn. Set in the lush tropical gardens on the banks of the Laloki River at the foothills of the Kokoda Trail, Bluff Inn has played host to many types of gatherings apart from the usual weekend picnics. We get to see more of the area and talk to the owners of the area a little bit later on in the show. But for now, we'll join Dr. Ambi for the mental health segment.
Well, viewers, welcome back again to our mental health segment with our House and Home. Well, you may sabe also mipla kamlo every fortnight to talk about mental health issue, which actually give us different perspective to change our life for better living every time we come here. Well, viewers, this evening, me like also reminding you, also, this week is a no chewing buai day, which is going to be observed on October 25th. Mino sabe how na health department na oral health division come up lo this la day lo last year yet. Now this la time you may come up lo this la problem lo buai ban about. I mean important through lo you may sit down na understand him why are we worried about chewing buai at this time. Well, you may sabe, me come up lo say that, no chewing buai day, na me sit down lo here, lo talking me bla no can chewing buai, this la way. I'm here today for you and I to sit and think how we can change our life. Well, you may sabe also 1,300 years ago, the buai, that is the betel nut, was around everywhere, Africa, Asia and Pacific region. And well, we know that even 700 years ago, all karam this lagolo, araka katachu is a betel nut palm, and this is betel nut which was carried and gone by Marco Polo to Europe. Well, mi plasabe osem suppose you chew buai, one time lime and daka, you kiss him this la red pla color and me come up and by spark no good through, na me got big pla effect and me stop lo life lo you me. Now you sabe also time you chew this la saliva or mouth wara lo mouse na by changing mixing this la important through first of all it actually destroy your oral health, you looking teeth blow you me or look lo stop and by bagarapim or teeth by stain no good through na big la birua to stop lo this la. Well, narapla something or same time this la betel nut, some people they chew. We know that we are using in ceremonies like also like ceremonies also one talk system or like sampla sign something lo wedding or sampla religious ceremonies lo narapla countries only got different way. But looking this la issue, why are we looking today? The major ingredient in mistaplo betel nut is called araquilin. And one plug chemical, apart from araquilin, there are two other chemicals in mistap, is pilocarpine and mascarine. These are all chemical. We know there are some of them, they chew the buai very chung, some they use it with powder, but what happens, this araquilin, it is mimic one of those chemicals which is in the brain is called acetylcholine. So time you chew, you will feel immediately when you chew all this buai, you feel euphoric. That means laughing so much or so happiness and general arousal. You feel energy, you got strength, this kind, and increased motor activities. That means you will be able to do a lot of work. So you see a lot of people when they can't chew, they have to go and chew before they come back to work, because that's where they think it is like hijacking your mind to become so energetic. Well, same time physically also it changes, like you start sweating, increasing your saliva, that means mouth waraya may come up, tearing of eyes, and breathing rate, like time you breathing, it also increases the rate and decrease the appetite. So people chew buai, they don't want to eat too much, so they also sometimes they can have diarrhea. Well, important things today we must learn that it is the negative. When you misuse and abuse and you think you can hide and chew, we are going to destroy our health. So what are those happening? Sometimes chewing buai, that chemicals what I talk, it can produce like mushroom, like poisoning. Some people can die very fast. Number two, it can cause psychological dependence. So if you don't chew, you're not going to be fit anymore. Now you know not hamama straight. What happens when you stop chewing? You become very feeling tired and mood swings, and it can be irritable and angry and all this kind of feeling, which is all mental health problems, comes through. Well, viewers, I want to tell you something. It causes addiction. If you chew one buai today and then you're feeling so happy, euphoric and everything, after a few times you have to eat bit more than buai so that to get the same feeling what you got before. So you are addicted to it and become tolerant to it. So you see 24/7, you just can't stay. I know a lot of my patients get up very early in the morning, 4 o'clock, to even chew buai. Now it is important further, it is a carcinogenic. Carcinogenic means it is a chemical which is deadly poisonous, which can cause cancer. So you know that in the country there is a very high risk of oral cancer is on, and you have to be very careful, because it also, the oral cancer is very devastation and you can die very fast. It's called carcinoma of this oral cavity. So it is important, you would have heard about all those things. And it is also associated with the cancer of the lungs, cancer of the neck, and cancer of the esophagus, like throat and esophagus, that is locaikai, and stomach cancers are associated with chewing buai, and cervix, for in women cervix, and prostate in men, prostate cancer, and lung cancer, me talking before penis. So the cancers are very much associated with chewing and abusing or long-term chewing buai with or lime and daka. Now, something acute chewing. We know that when you do acutely, you chew, like me chew now, what happens immediately? You start palpitation, your heart start beating very fast. If you're an asthmatic, it can stop your lungs in breathing fast and increase high blood pressure and increase heart rate. What happens acutely if it can cause, if you have a pre-existing health problems of asthma or heart problem, you can even die suddenly. Well, women who are pregnant, you have to be extremely careful, because this chemical and this chemical substance have an effect on unborn child and even the pregnant mother. So it is not a joking time. It is important for us to think too much, because we got lifestyle diseases are increasing, especially blood sugar. Chewing buai is also increases the blood sugar. So you have to know what exactly going on, and what we need to know right now is habituation, and some people who have got mental health problem like psychotic problem, if they have one, they can also relapse very fast. So it is important for all of us at this moment how important our health is. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't chew buai. You're enjoying buai, chewing at least once or twice a day after a meal and wash and think, it's little different than you sit down and chew full time. So if you ask me, you may have to quit early as possible, because we don't want the lifestyle disease to overcome. Well, it also increases problems with the gum diseases and other, because oral cavity is one thing very important. It's a mirror image of our physical health. So viewers, I must let you all know betel nut is a drug. So time for you all to change, to keep away the lifestyle diseases and mental health problem, and keep your oral cavity clean. You can live very long and do the God's will. Well viewers, this is my time with you all to give some kind of advice and importance, how important our body and mind. Well viewers, important through law, think good, now change him habit flow Yumi can make him PNG #1 straight. Until next week, me think most in Papa God by leading you, now you play by change him, and take care and God bless you all. Bye bye now.
Thank you, Dr. Ambeen. We certainly look forward to another mental health segment in a week's time. After the break, we join our Besta Mum Miriam for some Besta tuna cuts, so stay watching.
It's the tastiest tuna in a can. It's the new Besta Tuna Chunks in 185 grams. Packed with 100% premium white meat goodness. The finest export quality tuna is now available nationwide in oil and brine. Besta Tuna Chunks and Bestia, proudly PNG made.
Good night everyone, and welcome back to another Cooking with Besta program. Well, tonight's recipe is called Besta Tuna Cut. In front of me we have 2 ripe tomatoes diced, a cup of grated cheese, a 1/4 cup oil, pepper and salt for taste, 2 cloves of garlic diced, and 2 tablespoons of basil. Plus, here I have the French bread and our main ingredient, the Besta Tuna Chunks in oil. Okay viewers, the Besta Tuna Chunks comes in oil and also in brine in 185 grams. Okay, back to our recipe. Firstly, we bring out our oil. We add in our garlic. Okay, we mix that all up. We bring out our plate. Line up our French bread. Okay, we just pour this on top. Okay, we bring out our tuna, add in our tomatoes, our basil, mix that all up again so it is well combined. Okay viewers, this is how the Besta Tuna Cut mixture should look like. Okay, we add them onto our bread. Remember, I have used Besta Tuna Chunks in oil to prepare this recipe, and our recipe once again is called Besta Tuna Cut. Okay, we can add a little bit of salt for taste on the top. Pepper to spice it up. Okay, viewers, now we top it up with our cheese. Now we'll grill it in the oven for about 15 minutes at a 350 degrees Celsius. Okay viewers, here you have it, Besta Tuna Cat. Thank you for watching and hope you join me again same time next week on Cooking with Besta. It's better, it's Besta, pride of PNG.
It's the tastiest tuna in a can. It's the new Besta Tuna Chunks in 185 grams. Packed with 100% premium white meat goodness. The finest export quality tuna is now available nationwide in oil and brine. Besta Tuna Chunks and Bestia, proudly PNG made.
Thanks again, Miriam, for another quick and easy recipe, especially for those who lead a busy life. Now, 2 weeks ago, we had the privilege of being invited to Mr. Stephen Cummings' backyard to see a display of brilliance and beauty of the thousands of exotic orchid species that left me bedazzled. Stay watching as my feature story of being surrounded by a vibrancy of colors and sizes of orchids comes up right after these messages. Welcome to the 10th Orchid Spectacular, where one will find many different species of orchids in the thousands. Did you know that over 30,000 species of orchids exist all over the world, and out of that 30,000, 3,200 of those species exist here in Papua New Guinea, the popular species of orchids being the epiphytic Dendrobium family of orchids. Now we're going to take a look around and you can see what all the fuss is about. So all along here we have the Dendrobiums, Dendrobium purple, Dendrobium lion ruby and Diana Lee.
That this feeling inside will come alive for you and me to shine. Together forever, you and I will be. You are my destiny.
This exotic annual event is hosted by the Orchid Society of Papua New Guinea, and the members are growers themselves. And if you can recall, we were invited into the backyard of one of its members, Mr. Stephen Cummings, a few weeks ago.
And I believe in what I find in you. Can get you out of my mind and I know what to do. My heart beats for you, girl. I just need your time.
So here with me once again, I have Mr. Stephen Cummings, who will be going through a demonstration of how to pot an orchid.
Thanks, Irene, and welcome everybody to the 10th Orchid Show, hosted by the Orchid Society of Papua New Guinea. And today, what I'd like to do is, I'd like to show you how to pot an orchid, because many people buy orchids, but they don't know the next stage of how to keep the orchid alive. And today, that's what I want to show you, how to repot an orchid. Okay, let's start by talking about the pot. An orchid pot has one unique characteristic. It is always well drained, so it should have holes at the bottom so that the orchid does not maintain moisture. So you have to make sure that the orchid pot that you use must always have holes so that the water will come through, it will soak the orchid, but it will not drown the orchid. Orchids do not like to have their roots wet all the time, okay? So here's how you go. Today we're going to use road mix, exactly the same stuff that you use on your roads, for your pavement of your roads. And this is what you do. You take an orchid, you take the pot, you line the orchid up this way so that your growth goes from this side and your new growth will go across this way. That means it will allow you to maximize how long you can use the pot before you need to repot, okay? So this is it. It's facing, you see this is a nice new growth. It's facing inwards, so it will go across. You take the next pot full of road mix. And there you have it. Voila, instant growth orchid. Ready to keep growing, keep you happy, and hopefully flower all the time. Okay, now let me take you to here. I want to show you what the characteristics of a good healthy orchid is. You see the growth, it starts from these here, it gets bigger, and it even gets more bigger, okay? That is the sign of a good healthy growth in an orchid, that each one of these will grow and get bigger each time they come up. So ultimately, you should end up with an orchid with a spray, flower spray just like this.
I just need your time, and I believe in what I feel for you.
This is the 10th Orchid Show. It's been put together by our wonderful president, the Honourable Minister for Sports and the Pacific Games, Justin Chichenko. He actually gave us 2 days of his time and put together the whole setting. We like to do this because we want to show people in Papua New Guinea how nice it is to have orchids in your house. And also Papua New Guinea is one of the world's greatest centres for native orchids, and people are not aware of that. So behind you, you see lots of new species, lots of Papua New Guinea species, and lots of the commercial varieties grown in the world, like the orchid industry in Thailand is based on Papua New Guinea varieties. Okay, now before we go, I'd like to say one of the things you need to do is when you grow an orchid, you can get this at Brian Bell, Aquasol. This is good fertilizer because you need this to grow orchids. You should apply this once or twice a week in a form. The formulas and and how much you need to put into a can, into water, is given in here. Sometimes you also need to spray for funguses in an orchid, and this is also provided at Brian Bell. And this is the Mancozeb fungicide. Use this too, and use it to spray every 2 weeks. When you repot an orchid like this, you do this. When you trim away the roots, it will cause some openings in an orchid. That's when you need to dip the orchid into a solution of fungicide to ensure it is healthy. Okay, then there is no carry-on infection. One of the other things that you need to do is you need a book on how to grow orchids in the tropics. Now, this book is offered by the Orchid Society of Papua New Guinea, written for us by our friends in the Orchid Society of Singapore. There are many books in the world about orchids and how to grow them, but this is the only book you should buy when you want to grow orchids in the tropics. It has, like for many people like me, it has pretty pictures. But you need to go beyond pretty pictures, and it talks about different varieties of orchids you can grow. It tells you the sicknesses you can have in orchids and how you can fix them, okay? All here, and we offer them at the Orchid Society, the only place in Papua New Guinea that offers this. And if you want to grow good orchids, I tell you, start from this.
After the break, we joined Bill Neal over at ESCO for the Brian Bell.
Hey, hey, Mr. B.
Good evening and welcome to another Brian Bell segment on House and Home. I'm your host for the evening, Bill Neal. Tonight I'll be showcasing to you one of our premier brands that live down here at ESCO. They are a green, mean grinding machine and have a solution for all of your power tool woes. Hitachi Koke is a specialist power tool company within a large industrial group. This brings important benefits to a customer who receives immediate access to the latest advancements in metallurgy, motor design and electronics. All products are manufactured with high standards of quality and design, material and workmanship, and through constant innovation to enable jobs to be safer, easier and less tiring. Hitachi power tools consistently offer high levels of quality, durability, operability and performance for all users. The two standout characteristics of Hitachi are that 1, it is eco-friendly, and 2, it is quality manufacturing, which means that the products are safer. Hitachi are eco-friendly in that they consider the impact on the environment at every stage of the product's life. Stringent quality control programs, rigid inspections and tests, expert inspecting for flaws. If you're a tradesman of some description, you know that using a quality product to do a job and be efficient, productive, whilst remaining safe are important facets of the job. 1, it makes hard work easy, and when you're using well-designed and constructed equipment, it allows you to return home at the end of the day the same way you came in, safe and sound. Let's look at what ESCO have in stock for you. I won't go into all the detail on what you can use these products for, because most of you who would consider buying these products already know. I want to focus on the features so that I'm able to demonstrate why Hitachi is a recognized brand and why ESCO should be your first port of call if you're interested in such products. Let's take a look at what I call the standalone products. These products are perfect for builders or contractors that are in the related industries. We have drills galore down here at ESCO, your one-stop shop for everything electrical, retail and wholesale. Rotary drills and impact drills in a range of their sizes, from 13mm through to 20mm. Some of these features of these impact drills vary as the sizes increase, as you need extra safety and operational features due to the size of the work. Let's take a look at the 13mm and 20mm impact drills. 13mm keyless chuck for easy bit changeover. Lightweight and compact for reduced user fatigue. Variable speed trigger to suit multiple drilling applications. Forward and reversible for convenience, or durable cylindrical housing for increased tool life. Now the 20mm drill is similar in features, except that it has synchronized gear shift mechanism, an easy to use mode switch, larger trigger for increased user comfort and a slip clutch mechanism to avoid direct and strong reaction force. Safety is very important. Hitachi produce double insulation power tools that can be operated without external grounding. Designed and manufactured with the focus on safety and usability, Hitachi power tools are provided with various safety features such as brakes, safety covers and clutches. Let's take a look at the orbital sander and belt sander. First, the orbital sander. They may be small in size, but with a powerful 230 watt 2.0 amp motor, it provides impressive RPM to achieve super smooth finishes. Soft elastomer grip reduces vibration and provides a comfortable hold. Best-in-class sanding performance. Dust-sealed switch helps to extend tool life. Complete ball bearing construction for smooth, precise operation. Hook and loop pad system allowing you to change sanding sheets quickly and easily. Integrated dust collection bag ensures a cleaner environment, keeps the work surface clean and clear, and extends the life of the sanding paper. Weighing only 1.4 kilograms and standing only 16 inches high, this compact sander is easy to use for long periods of time. With particular concern for the prevention of common accidents, Hitachi tools are constructed to direct sawdust, metallic chips and other debris away from the operator. What about the belt sander? It's safe to say that the same care and added features are present in all Hitachi products, especially seeing as though that Hitachi keep winning awards for all their products. Last year they took out the prestigious Power Equipment Australasia 2012 Product of the Year award. What a mouthful. In the commercial category, prevailing over other quality brands and products. Looking to saws now. Hitachi produce circular saws, compound saws and drop saws. All the big boys come out to play when you're talking about Hitachi power tools. The circular saw is powerful with a 1200 watt motor for increased cutting ability. Compact with a cutting ability one class higher by lowering the blade's center position to be able to cut 78 millimeters at 90 degrees. Die-cast aluminium base with specific coating for sturdy, accurate and fine cuts. Anti-slip handle and large front grip for excellent control. Compound saws. Soft start reduces recoil force at motor startup. Poly V-belt and motor driving system for longer service life. Electronic constant speed control. Equipped with blade guard for increased user safety. Positive angle stoppers for desired angle cut. Genuine Hitachi accessories available. Drop saw, similar in capacity, used to cut pieces of timber to length. When it comes to Hitachi products, Esco service and stock all the spare parts and accessories that you need. For all your cutting, sewing and sanding needs, head down to Esco, PNG's #1 retail and wholesaler of electrical fittings, cables, appliances and much, much more. Great products, great prices. That is Brian Bell. See you all next week.
Best price, best quality, guaranteed at Brian Bell.
Right on, Mr. B.
Now that's something for all you handymen out there. For those who didn't know, Esco is located at Gordon's here in Port Moresby. After the break, join me for a little wander around Bluffin. See you soon. Welcome back viewers, and as I mentioned earlier, we're out here at the Bluffin Motel and Recreational Area, and I promised that I'd show you around, but before we do that I'm going to have a word with Romana, who's the operations manager here, and she'll be telling us a little bit about the area. To begin with, Romana, what sort of a place is Bluffin? What kind of services do you offer out here?
Bluffin has been operating for 26 years. We provide services like functions, picnic areas, barbecues. We do cater for weddings, ceremonies, receptions, conferences. It's open to the public 7 days a week. We cater for more than 1,000 of people. Behind me is our garden recreational area. It's open to the public 7 days a week. You can come up anytime you wish to. We can cater for caterings if you want us to prepare your food. It's a safe area. Lots of family comes up here to relax and enjoy their stay here at Bluffin.
Thank you for that. Now I'll get Romana to take us around and show us around Bluffin.
This area, we use it for weddings. So there's lots of customers who comes up here to organize their weddings. This is the main entrance to the garden recreational areas. So we have picnic spot number 1, 2 and 3, which we will go around that way. This is picnic area number 1. It caters for 1,000 of people around here. So we have a round house here. We do set-ins outside here as well. Our guest comes around here to play volleyball. We have our art house there. Most of the guests likes to come and sit around these areas. Okay, this is picnic area number 2. So when there's functions for picnic, according to their own request, we have barbecue facilities. We supply it to our guests here. But if they want us to set it up, we set it up with tents and our dispense bar out here. So most of our guests, they enjoy it when it's out here. All the nights out here, most of our guests like to be next to the river. So that's the place where they enjoy it the most here. Bluffin is named after the Bluff mountain up there. So this is Mount Bluff. This is picnic area number 3. It's mainly for mumuin because we have mumu stones there and a mumu hole there. So if the guest wants this area to do their mumur or eye gear, they use this area to do that. This area used to be one of the best recreational area of Papua New Guinea. That was back late in the 80s. So there was a big slide up here, very big slide. So most of the expatriates, they come here to enjoy themselves, slide around, and there's water slides around all of this area also. This is our accommodation area now. This is our rooms here. We have 14 rooms. So when guest comes up for late functions and it's very hard for them to travel back, they book a room here to stay for the night and travel back the next day.
We'll be back with more on House and Home in a moment. Welcome back. Well, we've just about come to the end of the show. Another friendly reminder in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the month of October. The Pink Ribbon Day brunch will be held on the 30th of this month at the Crown Plaza Hotel. There are still tables left, so if you're interested to attend, do contact the Port Moresby Cancer Relief Society. Their contact details are now showing on the screen. Next week on House and Home, our besta mum Miriam makes besta mackerel cakes. Norman joins us on Pims. BSB are back with the October update, and with Christmas just around the corner, see what Brian Bell has in store for our children for this Christmas. A big thank you to the staff and managers here at Bluffin, and for all of you out there. Now you know another place that you can get away to just to drive away from the city, and this is also ideal for your Christmas functions at the end of the year. From all of us here and the rest of the House and Home crew, it's good night.